Hi, gang. How are ya? Let's see who's in the house. Aquarium Cop, Posiwi, Anthony's Fishy Friends, Alan Matthews. Well, good day to you as well. I'm guessing you're an Aussie. It's how you doing? How's your Saturday? It's beautiful here in Joplin, Missouri. It's gonna get to about 85. And oh, look who's here. Come on. Ah. The reason I'm a few minutes late, because as you know, I always start my deals a little bit earlier, is because the Bolo went from there. Dank Tanks, what's up with you? How are you doing? Hey, Dank, you may know this answer to this question. What's happened to our man Jeff Rose? I really loved watching his live streams. He seems to have dropped off the map. It's not Dank Tanks? Okay, well, I apologize then. You see, that's how sad I am. All right, I'm enjoying a delicious, just opening this up right now. Just took Bolo out for a 20-minute walk, which you'd think would be a lot of thing, but he's old. I had to turn him around. Now, the good thing about having a dog this size is that if at all necessary, you can pick him up. So there you go. Well, where is Dank Tanks then? I'm all about my Danks. I want them all. Big J's Fish Keeper in the house. How are you doing? Well, we don't want to ever interfere with Dank Aquatics. Much better in Dank Tanks because Dank Tanks in here. Okay. So let's see here. What's going on? I don't know. I fed some frozen Daphne. I defrosted and fed that to the fish a little while ago. And after we're done, I really have to do water changes. So I'll get that sort of done. The Mount Everest, I think for all of us, we all have our fish Mount Everest. The one fish I would really love to get at some point, and obviously you need a big enough aquarium for it to do it right, is Erewhon. I've always loved them. Scott's Aquatics, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. 7 here, 4 thumbs up. Thanks, crew. I appreciate it. So, so I've got to do some water changes. Bolo's been sort of just chilling like a villain. I don't know. Have you been gotten stuff done so far on your Saturday? I did get up. He woke me up at about 5:30. So took him for a nice walk. Made him a huge thing of delicious. Or I made myself a huge pot of delicious coffee. I drank that. And I figured at some point you guys would want to see me, and I should probably have my hair semi-regular. So I took a shower, and they had at my office this week office pictures. And I don't know if your company does this. My company does this apparently every couple of years. I've only been there for a little over a year, and so that's kind of good news. I got like one of those news bulletins, but I'm trying to figure out what it was. I don't see what it is. Okay. Jason C in the house. How you doing? So I took pictures this week, and I took my comb to the office with me. While I don't have a lot of hair, I'm sorry, like my hair is sort of like Forrest Gump in it. I want to make it sure it looks relatively nice. Today, I comb my hair with my hands. Everybody, yep. Hey, Jesse HC Agua, Chewy. Thank you very much for the thumbs up, Chewy. I appreciated it. I missed you earlier. It's who knows? It's living my life is all good. Let's see if I haven't missed anybody else yet. All right, that's good news. We had a Chewy sighting last night. Ah, were you guys doing a live stream? Yes, I'm going to come on Anthony's Fishy Friends live stream. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Anthony, I'll reach out to you. I just have to stay up late. Last night I was asleep at 9 p.m., like a Central Time, so 10 Eastern, like a crazy person. So yeah, I'll. In fact, I'm writing you a note right now, Anthony. So it's and just so that we can coordinate junk and go from there. It's let's see here. Let me write my note to Anthony so it's just we can begin to get all this stuff organized. La da 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 da. I think I have to write it off my my app because for whatever reason it's not allowing me to write a new one. Maybe it will. Okay, here we go. I'm confused. So let me write Anthony a note. All right. I'm writing Anthony a note. Yes. He's here in the live stream. This is not the most eloquent note ever, Anthony, but I just sent you a note through Messenger. So there you go. Yeah, cheap camera phone. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna talk guppies. Talk guppies and all that sort of stuff. Bolo right now is on my lap sleeping, which he has done all day today. I mean, I just forced him to go for a walk, and I'm just gonna tell you, it's crazy. So he's he's a good little guy. Yeah, speaking of guppies, I sent off a bunch of guppies this week, and it's PB Aquatics. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Sort of waiting for Doug Gray to show up with one of his patented Norm moments as he enters the live stream. May have to text him. Normally he's right on top of it, but he may be, who knows? He's maybe taking a nap or he's hanging out with Bob Kaler. Where's Bob Kaler? So yeah, it's getting stuff done around the house, around the fish room. I've got to get zucchini today for the fish. I go to the grocery store for my fish. I'm now at the point where I'm feeding my fish. Hey, there he is. Doug Gray, the man who perfected time travel. That's right. I'll tell you what, David Childress on Ancient Aliens. If you don't watch Ancient Aliens, well, you don't want to start because they trot out this guy, Tampa Bay Fishing. What's up? What is up, Tampa Tom? Is that once you start, you get into the idea that they haul out this guy named David Childress. And David Childress is not the guy with the hair. David Childress is a guy who is, when everything is said and done, they bring him out to say something totally, completely unhinged. Every time. The show can actually be seemingly logical. Then David Childress comes out and says something, something crazy. Yeah, David Childress is an idol to many. Yeah, apparently, Doug, you were missing Anthony's Fishy Friends live stream last night, as I did, because I was already asleep probably. And Chewy made an appearance. So there you go. All the way around. So yeah, pretty exciting. It's this week I did uh have food arrive that's been pretty exciting. I'm like the addict of getting different fish food. It's and just going on from there. So I had to get my brine shrimp foods or my brine shrimp eggs. Those arrived. Life is good. Well, now I'm like all in on the three different types of fish food I've mixed into one thing, and oh my goodness, there you go. Enjoy dancing that pole, Anthony. Be safe and be good. See here, a little update on Bolo. He's as spoiled as ever. It's funny is I got an invite to Thanksgiving, and then they said I can't bring Bolo. So you know what happened there, don't you? It's I and so it I canceled. And I couldn't tell them it was because of Bolo. I said something came up at work. So there you go. No Bolo, no Peter. It's just sort of the way it is. Finoxky tanks, there you go. Tampa Tom, you're considering giving away 19 adult rainbows. Can't rather keep guppies in there, but I know I'm gonna miss the rainbows. You know, okay, just tell you more aquariums. Everybody needs more aquariums. I keep telling that to our buddy Renee, and who has the nicest husband in the world. And he's promised her one more aquarium, but she needs 50 more. Yeah, so our buddy Bolo here, yeah, he's pretty happy. I'm wearing my Tiger King t-shirt because of the guy, the one of the polygamists on the Tiger King show, Doc Antle. He's been indicted for quote unquote animal cruelty. That's the deal. You know what? That's the one fish. Yeah, I'll tell you what. People in the USA think they have aquatic bird problems. In Japan, every heron and egret visits there. I know. Well, you're so close to New Jersey, Doug Gray. It's that's going on from there. Vinny the Mooch, how are you doing? How are the fish, buddy? Yeah, I understand. The whole idea of our beloved guppies and aquariums, it's a heck of a hobby because you're continually wanting to do something new, wanting to do something new all the way around. In New Jersey, I'll give you a thing about what constitutes a hero in New Jersey. He just got out of the hospital today, so I think I can tell this with a semi joke and thing. He's getting better. Chris Christie. the governor of New Jersey, how he became governor was that he had indicted and convicted 140 politicians. So it was 140-0. So there you go. The sweet fish from Japan is used in sushi. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next year, and if I can swing it money wise, I want to put a fish house in my backyard. I want to do a house, its own thing with its own heat unit, with the whole deal for fish in my backyard. And be able to spend time, in a real fish room from there, just in case I get a lady in my life at some point. Freshwater fish, 3 years to reach adulthood, unlike tilapia and carp. Well, I'll tell you what. It's you brought up herons and egrets, and of course, the other thing I'm playing around with. Ladies love the planting tanks, so that's one of the things I'm not that good at. Um, I really want to go. If I am unable, yeah, there you go. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad the fish are great. And no, thank you, Vinny. Enjoy them and get some of Doug's fish food. I feed Doug's fish food every day in my fish room. Every day. So there's your plug, Doug. But I do. I like it. I keep ordering it. I may have to order some more because I'm actually down to about a third of a container of his high protein little pellets thing, which is really good. And again, it's my theory. Wide variety of foods. Make sure that your fish are doing well. And in case the greatest problem for all of us, by the way, keeping fish is this. We want to create healthy and happy fish. That's what we want. And you want them as close to being in a native environment as possible. And the one thing that we cannot do is that giving a wide variety of fish foods. I was watching a stream, and it's a guy's good fish keeper. I'm not going to rip him, by his name or what have you, but he feeds just one type of fish food. Okay, it works for him. He's happy with it. Okay, who am I to criticize? My theory is that feeding a wide variety of fish foods allows you to make sure your fish are getting the natural nutrition they would get in the wild. Lori Vanker, how are you? Welcome to the fish room. The Selma Hayek fish or the Halle Berry fish? You see, there you go. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that at all. So my buddy, my former boss when I lived in New York, he lived near Columbus Circle. If you go to New York City, Columbus Circle is kind of a hip happening place to be. That is before the lockdowns. Bob Kaler's Aquatics. Okay, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. And silence this. You don't want to hear this. I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, I didn't sneeze. That's good news. And so he went and he went in New York. In New York City. There's not a lot of natural, uh, big grocery stores like most of us around the country have. They're what they call a bodega, and it's a little place where you get your food. You go in, you pick up your necessities. So my buddy of mine went across the street in Columbus Circle to a bodega in that neighborhood to pick up a couple of things for dinner. He took his at that time like 4-year-old little girl with him, and all of a sudden there was some lady leaning down to talk to the little girl, and it was Selma Hayek. Everybody, Selma Hayek. Yeah, Doug Gray, you and I combined don't keep up with our man Bob. And again, Bob Kaler, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you having me on this last week. We're close. We're like 16 away from me being able to give those amazing gifts away. Once we do my number, hit 500, I'm going to give away a $25 gift card to Wet Spot, and then I'm going to be giving away a trio of, as part of the deal, a trio of swordtail guppies. So there you go. Which was all sorts of fun. So I'm just a few people away. 18 here, that's cool. 15 thumbs up. Time for a drink. And no matter what anyone says, this water is not vodka. Man, that's good. Just it's real good and tasty. So my Mount Everest with fish aquariums is that I would like to get at the point, and I think there's a lot of us that where I can come up with sort of an angle. It's not gin, unfortunately, Vinny. I'm not a gin guy. I prefer vodka over gin. I prefer bourbon over scotch. I prefer beer over wine, and good tequila over them all. So there you go. Good tequila over them all, indeed. Caught Stoli on your breath during our confab? Yeah, you'd think so, but no Stoli. I was sober as a judge. I'll tell you why I was sober as a judge. If I seemed a little under, not as exciting as normal, is that I had, just got down. I got an MRI earlier that day, and because I had, I have a repaired brain aneurysm, and so my brain aneurysm, uh, I have to be checked every once in a while. So they did an MRI, and I can't handle it anymore. So they give me a sedative, just so I can just be low key and go through it. So it was not a good one. It was not like a Xanax. I'll tell you what, they gave me a Xanax one time. I know why people now are addicted to that. Holy capoli. That Xanax is, it's, I was like in another world for like 8 hours. This wasn't that strong, wasn't as strong as the Valium, but it's just enough of a sedative just so it had probably worn off by the time it's supposed to be about 8 hours, and I took it at about 11 a.m. So there you go. Hold on, I gotta go blow my nose. I can't believe I'm having allergies. 1 second. All right, did a shot to kill it. No, I had to blow my nose. So yeah, it's yeah, it wasn't a pain pill, it was a sedative, just because you go in. I was on pain pills following my brain surgery, obviously. But you go into those tubes and you go bam, 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 bam. And sometimes I've been in there for up to 40 minutes. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Not pleasant. By the way, the whole Subaru thing, yeah, my next car, just because I'm kind of like a technology nerd, I've been looking at one of those plug-in hybrids. Here we go. And Subaru, there's Bolo, everybody. Subaru actually makes makes a couple. They look pretty cool. Xanax, great googly moogly. That's right. Bolo in the house, everybody. It's he just went out for a big walk, so he'll probably go to sleep now. That copper and brass are connected to saliva. Yeah, you know what? It's Eddie Van Halen, God bless him, God rest his soul. But the fellow, he drank like a fish, he smoked like a fiend, he snorted cocaine like a wild man. Um, Unbelievable guitar player. Obviously, he rewrote a lot of the rule book. But when everything is said and done, the idea that his guitar pick gave him cancer, it just is, again, every time I have a buddy of mine, every time someone passes away, he puts up a picture of Keith Richards with a caption every time. And sort of making fun of the person who passed away, making it not fun of, making a joke about it. Usually at Keith Richards' expense. Okay, cancer. We all know there's certain behaviors. If you're smoking a couple of packs a day, you may get cancer. If you are hanging out with asbestos, fighting chance you may get cancer. There's just certain things. Okay, we all can agree on that. But we all know people that have lived wonderfully clean lives. Sometimes a child that's come down with cancer is a horrific disease. Should wish it on no one. There's just certain behaviors that give you a better chance at it. We all know people like my great uncle Gil. My great uncle Gil lied about his age to go to World War I, smoked 2 packs a day from the age of 16 until his untimely death at the age of 87. And he died from not a smoking related illness. Okay? Then we know people that are like in their late 40s, they have emphysema, and they smoke no more than my Uncle Gil did. It is what it is. So, it going from there. Yeah, Chewy, you're right. Minerals on the planet, being in certain types of manufacturing, hanging out in a nuclear reactor. Fighting chance you have a better shot at getting cancer than someone like me who doesn't smoke, who doesn't who doesn't hang out with a lot of asbestos. But doesn't mean I'm not going to get cancer. No, I could be diagnosed next week. Who knows? Yeah, no, it's I'll tell you what, those little kids who come down with cancer. I had a nephew who's living and doing really well, thank God. But he got leukemia at the age of like 14, 15. and he was in the hospital for almost 1 year. And it was touch and go, and he's a good guy, and so you know people can go through. So there you go. Yeah, so it's just going from there. So my Mount Everest is to come up with sort of an angle that I can make a living on my fish hobby. So when I retire, I have something to do because I hate not having anything to do. I have to be doing something at all times. Now I can lounge around, do nothing. I'm a man, sort of my natural deal. But, the idea of going out and having something I can do as I get closer to retirement, about 20 years away from retirement, you know, I'm beginning to think that way. And the electronic waves, being around all that equipment. Yep. Ah, yeah, you're in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Yep, Posiwi, there's a fighting chance you've been around nuclear stuff, but there's radiation though everywhere, and it's much more common. And of course, microwaves, from all the different, cell phone towers, 5G. What does that do to us? The Wi-Fi in our homes. I'm coming to you through Wi-Fi, and you guys may have to go from there. You're living off your fish hobby. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, saying hello to St. Jude's. Absolutely. It's a great organization. Another great organization is Ronald McDonald House. That's terrific as well. They do great work. There's again, however we can fight cancer and do little things. And I'm not trying to shame anybody or pat myself on the back here or anything like this. But I think we all can give something, a little money every time we get paid, um, to a good cause, like fighting childhood cancer, to helping homeless people. I give money on a frequent basis. There's a homeless shelter here helping people get sober and helping them get off the streets. I think that's kind of a neat thing to do. So I give them money every once in a while. I give money also to the California Condors, Return to the Wild. It's just to religious institutions I like. That's what I do. But I think the idea that we all can go in and with childhood cancer, go out and help. And by the way, you can give money to some of the aquariums, like the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Have any of you been there? I have been there a few times. It's unbelievable. It's the other aquarium that's pretty good, or at least was when I went there. This is probably being about 16, 17 years ago. I went to the Chattanooga Aquarium, and which was really cool. You want me to shame Doug, please? There you go, Bob Kaler. No, it's all good. Give money to your local dog shelter. It's government can't do it all, and government programs, quite frankly, they're wonderful, nice. Don't get me wrong. They don't love people, and when you're dealing with organizations that are focused, they can show a lot more love to somebody than a caseworker. Yeah, it's Posiwi. Yeah, no, I get it. It's living, and they're still doing all those nuclear tests there and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's a big deal. Now that's very cool, Anthony. One of the zoos near the Bay Area is looking for African cichlid donations for a new tank. Is that the Oakland Zoo? Yeah, Doug Gray's blue Akira spawn. That's very, very cool. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the African cichlids are really nice. I've talked about them. I really, really like them. What's funny is that what makes me weird in the fish fam? I have never had one desire ever to keep rainbow fish. And I know people that are so over the top with rainbow fish that love them. I've never had that desire. Hey, hey, New John Lynn box set. We're talking about your spawn of blue Akira, and which is really cool, and also how we need to shame you, Doug Gray. So the big predatory haps. You know what? I'll tell you what. I went to back in the day when I was married. I was in Las Vegas with the ex-bride, and we went into some place that had an unbelievable. And I can't remember where it was. All I can tell you is that it had such a cool hap tank that I was pretty jazzed at it. It's wonderful, Doug Ray. I think your cure that you brought up in your video about putting a thing on each side, so it's going from there. I just heard from so let's see here. The boss is wanting to know something. Hold on, I'm doing some work while I'm going through there. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. I'm like my texture's going off. Hold on, I'm doing work. All right, solved it. It's the wackiness that goes through my. If you can hear, my phone is going bonkers. Doug Ray sent me a picture. I think. What did he send me? Yeah, Chris Christie sitting on top of Mike Pence's head. There we go. No, that's funny. All right, now back to the stream. No, Bolo's silly deaf. He's sleeping away. Listen here. Listen real carefully. Are you hearing his snoring? Yeah, so there you go. Did anybody hear him by any chance? You thought that was Kaler snoring? No, that's Bolo. Bolo snores like your obese granny. Yeah. Bolo's snoring like a choo-choo. Any plant guys here? Now that's not me, Posiwi, but let's see here. It's oh, that's kind of neat. You know how to go through by the Congo River and soft water? Soft water having to do with okay, Griffin Fishroom. Yeah, hey, lurking is good. So here's the deal: is that soft water African cichlids? You can put them in with discus. You want to upset African cichlid keepers and South American cichlid keepers? Talk about keeping them together. Yep, Griff found us. Yeah, so yeah, I know you can, but you know the whole process of there are several different cichlids from either from both continents that you could put together. But the African cichlid people, they wouldn't accept that very well. They would not accept that well at all. You're trying to post a video and get gills to no avail. I may have an idea for you. I may have an idea for you, so let me know. I have a locator on you, Bob. Oh, the charm blade. Yeah, by the way, the Bob Kaler stalkers. Yeah, your special auto feeder from Lake Tanganyika shows up. You know, cribs are nice. I've kept cribs in the past. I loved them. I may, I could be talked into having those again. I could be talked into those again. Let's see. Let me. Okay, and a red note. One of my crew. I like the real colorful small cichlids, so I have a ton of females. Yeah, Chewy. By the way, you're totally right, but I don't know if I did that. I think I would be getting cichlid shaming. Cichlid shaming. cichlid shaming all the way around. And we don't need that. Peacocks, tinfoils, clown loaches, yo-yo loaches, and plecos. And the old gobbling turker charm tracing trick. Also, have I missed anybody here? If you haven't said hi to me yet and to the gang, please do. There's 19 here, and I don't think we've had 19 people say hi. I know Anthony's lurking. And so if you're here, I haven't seen lately is our buddy Lisa. Africans are too aggressive for your anxiety. All right, Jesse. Americans bring in the paper and cook the breakfast. See, oh my goodness. Yeah, I haven't seen Lisa here in the last couple of days. Last couple of streams. This is though a weird time of year. If you're a college football fan, you're probably all locked in for that. Yeah, Alice. She goes from there. Alan Matthews, how are you? I get it. I get it, Alan. You're right. Do it for you, not for the snobs. I hear though, weather in Hawaii is always bad. Giant cribs, yep. So Bolo's here just snoring away. Lots of guppies in Hawaii. Yeah, of course there are. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world. Hey, I have a question, and I don't think it was you, Jesse, but maybe it was. I saw a video about 6 months ago about being in Hawaii, going in to try to find wild feral populations of guppies. I thought it was pretty fascinating. A few clouds, and we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers, Jesse. A few clouds in Hawaii. It's bad. Okay, very good. I thought it was you, but again, it's just it's Saturday. I'm sober. What do I know? So there you go. You keep huge South Americans, and they're so gentle. It's really not a gentle fish. Yeah, the Brachardes. I love those things. It's kind of an aggressive fish, but they're peaceful to their fry. It's just nuts, or the Amica splendens. They're chasing each other around constantly, not in sort of a heavy, beat 'em up sort of way, where some cichlids you do get that, but they're chasing each other really well. That's why they're a species only tank. Yeah, go fund me for better weather in Hawaii. Yeah, it's a sad thing. Besides the occasional hurricane, and occasional volcano going off, that's pretty much it for Hawaii. It's paradise. So like some expensive Dantum angels. Yeah, I have to figure out what those are. Yeah, the deal with angelfish is that once you get a couple, they go nuts. Hey, Attrick Farm, how are you? Hey, no problem. Early or late, doesn't matter to me. It's just like seeing you here, Joey. And enjoy seeing everybody. The idea that of having that arowana tank. Wouldn't it be great to have a room where it was just an acrylic tank all around the walls, for the arowana to swim back and forth all the way around and back and forth? That'd be cool. Hey, Don Gallagher, how are you? It's great having you here. You're not having luck with your guppies? Do this. Do back-to-back water changes, 50%, and just make sure you're feeding them like 3, 4 times a day. I went through a period where I was not, after I moved, I was not getting a lot of fry in some of my aquariums. I did that big water change a couple of times in a row, and boom. And there's something about doing it. And of course, I pre-treat my water. I do a video on that. But I do that a couple of times, and then boom. The other thing you could have is that your guppies could also be carnivores. So make sure that's all good. All right. So I'm working. All right. Speaking of Hawaii, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Uh, Peter's still wrestling with the video. Yeah, I've had. It's I swear to you, during this thing, you saw it. My texter goes off, and I have a Google Voice line, and it goes to my computer, so I don't miss anything. I do not miss a deal. I think it's time for me to have another delicious sip of water. Mmm, that's good. Good, delicious water. Let's see here. Well, it's a hybrid angel. Cross between a scholar and Alton angel. Some are albino, some are black-eyed, but the markings like a normal angelfish. That's cool. I just had Diet Dr. Pepper before we started the stream. So instead of doing back-to-back Dr. Peppers, I figured, well, you know what? I'll just go to a delicious water. Your angel pair are currently spawning on the Sponge airline. Yeah, it's that's a heck of a deal there when that happens. Daniken Aquatics, how are you? Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you may be. Your cichlids are breeding off the wall, holding females in a couple of your 10-gallon tanks. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Seaweed, the other way that you can hide, if you don't have a lot of floating plants for your baby guppies to hide, a lot of the IFGA guys have no plants in their aquariums at all. They use like that plastic mesh that you can get like at a craft store. It's the only time I've ever gone to a craft store. I bought like 3 sheets of that. I've never used it because I have plants. But yeah, having like hornwort or guppy grass, not a big fan of. That works. It's the water sprite. It's Doug Gray speaks up about water sprite in a big way, so it's all good. You drink lots of water during water changes. There you go. It's all good. Yeah, so let's see. Prefer plants because the tanks look better. The fish eat the algae on the plants. The babies have a place to hide. Yep, you see, there you go. Poor little Bolo here. This dog has been so punished. Sadly punished. You have sheets of grass mats. I've not used those. Anybody use those? What are your thoughts, everybody? You're trying to grow water sprite? Yeah, growing the plants, that's like you know, for whatever reason, that's seemingly the beginning of the of issues going in. So the next door neighbor, they have a couple of outdoor cats. I have a new neighbor, and one of the cats attacked Bolo because Bolo all of a sudden made a noise and started running in the backyard. I go out and the cat's at least twice of Bolo's size. This may be a 20-pounder. Well, they've made peace. They've made full peace. Bolo doesn't know what to think of the cat yet. but the cat's nice to him, and the cat is allowing Bolo to do something most cats don't allow. He's allowing Bolo to sniff his butt. And I think when Bolo sniffs his butt, which is the universal dog greeting, he gets really confused because it doesn't smell like a dog. But the dog is cool with Bolo. Get Bolo a spiked collar? Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's Atkins Nature Aquariums. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Jeff, Valley Fish in the house. Posiwi, yes it is. Whenever you put new plants in an aquarium, some melting is expected. I am well, Ian. Doing well. It's good in the hood. I got some stuff to do in the fish room this weekend. Other than that, I am I did lots of laundry this morning, which was good. In fact, I may have more caffeine when we're done here. I'm kind of like needing it. Kind of doing it. Yep, the fish room things never ever end. Ian is a certified tractor griff. He doesn't need electronics. Who'd have thunk? Learn something new every day. Most plants will melt a bit in a new environment, then grow pretty good. Yeah. The push me pull you with the whole guppies and plants thing is that as a general rule, you want to see those babies right off the bat as quickly as humanly possible. And you also want, but the plants really don't grow without the guppies. So seemingly your first couple of drops, it becomes very difficult for whatever reason it is. Yeah, no, this is a hobby of patience. This is a hobby of patience indeed. And then once you become successful and you begin to get your goals, you'll get new reasons to be. You'll go, oh, what if I tried this? And then you'll have to go through the whole process of being patient over whatever your next project is. Axolotls have unicorn poop, and the plants grow great in their tanks. When I move the plants into the guppy tanks, my shrimp population is good. It's I sold a bunch, and it's been sort of rebuilding a little bit slower than I'm normally used to. Normally they rebuild really, really quick, but they're doing fine. Dragon puffers have cow patties. Yeah, none of my fish have unusual bowel movements. This stream has gotten to the bowel movement segment of the show. Everybody, the bowel movement segment. So what you're telling us, Bob Kaler, is that dragon puffers' bowel movements have their own zip code. All right. Check your BM anecdotes. You know, when you get to just talking about poop in a live stream, that you pretty much have done it all. But it's a part of the thing. It's one of the reasons you do water changes, etc., is to get some of that poop out of there. Anthony, are you still up on the wall? For whatever reason, Chattanooga Ed has a tough time waking up for 12 noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern live stream. Yeah, it qualifies as an educational live stream. I think that isn't that what we do here? We we learn from each other. Oh, Ed goes to bed at 7 a.m. Yeah, that's a good reason. Sickle is 23 in the house. I missed you. How you doing? So want some purple galaxies on Wednesday? They're beautiful. Sickle is 23 are absolutely beautiful. I don't have them. It's not that I don't want them. I'm just I'm just not at the level of aquariums to go in there. But I love the purple color. I love that a whole lot. Love the reds. I love the yellows, the blacks. Doug Gray, by the way, what do you call that line that you developed? The black line that you have, the black Cobra line you developed. That really looks good. Everyone, check out Lori's video. Excellent. Doug's sort of developing a couple of his own strains. The black lace snakeskins. They look great. Yep. Yep, Chewy, you're right. All right, gang. I think somebody else is up. Thank you guys for being here today. 20 people here, 21 thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we hit 500, we'll do the giveaway on Monday, 7 Eastern. So as soon as I hit 500, the following Monday, we're going to give away the $25 gift certificate plus a trio of guppies, of swordtail guppies. I mean, that's a heck of a win. All right, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And I sent you a note, Anthony. So let me know, and I'll be on whenever you want me to be on. Talk to you later. Bye bye.